The theories for Squid Game Season 4 are just out of this world. I know you might have already thought of some of them, but the others are just so shocking that even confused me big time. And that's saying a lot because I'm not easily confused. I usually get these theories right. Anyways, we'll be taking a look at these theories, which are things that we will most likely see in Season 4 USA Squid Game. And believe me when I say that you will not be disappointed. Anyways guys, let's get right into this video. Like and subscribe right now if you are excited for Squid Game USA. Alright, so I think the first theory on our list is quite obvious, but I'm still going to say it out loud. Cate Blanchett will return for her role as the recruiter. Yes, I know a handful of you are cheering right now, and believe me, I'm happy too. It's a big win for us Squid Game lovers to have a such big and lovable star like Cate in Squid Game performance. And I mean, Gong-yu, the salesman, set a pretty high bar as the previous recruiter, especially in Season 2. Every scene with him in Season 2 felt like I was being electrocuted. His performance was beyond crazy. So I really believe that whoever we will see as the next recruiter in Squid Game Season 4 will be someone that can hold their own and give us a performance that is on the same level or even better than Gong-yu's. And I believe that Cate Blanchett is that person. She is what you would call a shoo-in. My only wish is that perhaps she will get a little more to do than just recruiting the players. But even if that's the only thing she gets to do, the writer should make it a lot more exciting. Anyways, that's the first theory. On to the second now. The second theory on my list is about the Frontman. Technically, I really believe that a lot of the things that we will see in Squid Game Season 4 USA will be because of the Frontman. So you guys should look at this theory like an exam question. The first question is, what's the real relationship between Oh Il-nam and the Frontman? Remember that the Frontman is the Detective Jun-ho's stepbrother. I know. This is really weird. I mean, I think we might learn that the Frontman is Oh Il-nam's son. I mean, I'm sure you remember Oh Il-nam hinting to Ji-hun in Season 1 that Ji-hun was just like his son who didn't like milk. Then in Season 2, we saw In-ho the Frontman saying that he didn't like milk. I mean, if that's not an eye-opener, I don't know what else is. But I'm not here to talk about the past. I'm here to talk about the future, to tell you guys what's really going on. The connection we have all been suspicious about brings us to this question about how In-ho became the Frontman. I mean, sure, if you think about it, he won the games when he played in it, but from what we saw in Season 3, In-ho helped Ji-hun by giving him a knife to kill the remaining players in their sleep. The connection that I suggested insinuates that Oh Il-nam is In-ho's father, and it is possible that he helped him in a matter to test him and to make sure he won the game because he wanted to take after him. He wanted to pass on his legacy to In-ho. We're going to see all of this in Season 4. In an interview with the Frontman actor Lee Byung-hun, he refused to answer if the Frontman was in charge of the whole game now, or if there was someone else above him pulling the strings. In Season 4, we will see that question answered as well. We will see that the Frontman is the one controlling everything because he has received total control from his father. Also, remember when Oh Il-nam gave him the knife to help him win during his own time? We saw that Oh Il-nam was the one organizing the game, just like the Frontman is doing now. That means he only stopped organizing when he handed it over to Oh Il-nam. We will see the Frontman's return in Season 4, that is certain. And with his return, we will get a lot of answers to these questions. Another question that will be answered in Season 4 is how the game started. Sure, Oh Il-nam gave us a brief version, but we will get real answers in Season 4. How did he form the idea? Who did he talk to about it? And most importantly, how did he get the island? Did he buy it? And how did he set the games on the island without drawing much attention? He definitely needed a lot of builders, and you can't tell me that he killed all the builders when the buildings were done. That's just so cruel. They put their hard work and their soul into the island. And just after that, instead of getting paid, they died. So how did he do it? And how did he make sure that the news of the place didn't get leaked? I know, so many questions. And that's what season 4 is for. We're going to get all the answers if we're lucky. We might even get a sniff of how Squid Game Island started. But I don't know if the frontman will actually be the frontman in season 4. I mean, season 4 will be set in America, so I don't think he will be the frontman of the American Squid Game. And that is where the last theory about the frontman comes in. We all saw that the frontman was slightly surprised to see an American recruiter at the end of season 3. Lee Byung-hun, the creator of the show, confirmed that the frontman didn't know that the games were being played in America. And I don't think the frontman was too happy about that. And we can all agree that he was influenced by Jihoon a little bit. And maybe he has changed. So I know this is a long reach, but maybe we will see the frontman continuing with what Jihoon started. He will try to take the games down to make sure they're not played anywhere else. But that's a bit of a crazy theory, honestly. Anyways, our third theory is a bit obvious as well. That the games that will be played in season 4 will be new games. And there's been a lot of suggestions and thoughts on the games that will be played in season 4. But we all know for the first game, we're gonna see red light, green light. I've said this in my previous videos, and it's just true. I said it's obvious because it was the first game in both season 1 and season 2. And honestly, I think that game is a perfect eye-opener. It's like an initiation that basically says that you have what it takes to play the games. If you complete it, obviously. Because for you to survive red light, green light, you must be smart, agile, and most importantly, you have to keep your emotions in check and not panic in these situations where it all seems like it's breaking loose. You don't believe me? Check both red light, green lights from seasons 1 and seasons 2. In both of them, more people died from panicking than actually being bad at playing the game. So yeah, it's a perfect opening, and there's no way they are changing that game. It's unpredictable, chaotic, and the best introduction to the killer machine that Squid Game is. Next on our theories list is Gang Young. Yeah, not a lot of you might know her by her name, but she is Jihoon's daughter, the young girl that the frontman went to see in America at the end of season 3. There's been a lot of speculations that Ga Young will be the main character of season 4, and I absolutely agree. I don't see who else would take on that role. There are just two options for who the main character in Squid Game season 4 will be. The first is Gang Young and the second is no one. It could be like one of those TV shows that have a handful of main characters, shows like Game of Thrones. So maybe Gang Young will be one of the main characters, or she will be the only main character like her father. Anyways, whatever happens, we will see one thing for sure. Gang Young will investigate the death of her father. I mean, who wouldn't? You just heard out of the blue that your father had died. You'll have a lot of questions, like how did he die? What was the situation of his death? There will be so many questions that poor girl will need answers to. And the truth is that no one will give her any of these answers. So she will have to look for the answers herself. This means she will go around asking questions. She might even travel to South Korea to find answers. After all, she has the money to fund this research. But eventually, the search might lead her to play the games itself. And that is something I think we will all want to see, as cruel as that sounds. Anyways, moving on, the next theory on our list is the last game that will be played. We saw that Squid Game was the last game in season 1. Then we saw that Sky Squid Game was the last game in season 3. So as expected, the last game in season 4 will have to be one of two things. The normal Squid Game that we saw being played in season 1. Not that there's anything normal about a children's game being so violent. Or we could see an alternate of the Squid Game like we saw in season 3. Perhaps we could see it happening underwater, where players try to drown each other. Or we could see the Squid Game being combined with other games. No matter the case, Squid Game needs to be played, if not the name of the entire show, or it's lost its meaning. The last theory I have for you guys in this video is the most wild one. I'll basically reset the entire Squid Game franchise. And this has to do with the most innocent player in the entire Squid Game franchise. Yep, I'm talking about Baby 222. You're probably wondering how Squid Game Season 4 could possibly be centered on the baby. After all, she's just a baby. But hey, that's where the time jumps in. In series like House of the Dragon, We saw time jumps even between episodes, so it's nothing strange or even new for a few years to go by when season 4 happens. Now, for season 4 of Squid Game, we could possibly see a massive time jump that takes us 18 years ahead. So baby 222 will no longer be a baby. Instead, she will be a young adult who's trying to do everything she can to find out about her parents. But the truth is, she won't be able to find an immediate answer because the person who raised her, Jun-ho, doesn't know anything about her father or mother. Or maybe he does later on, who knows? And so he won't be able to provide any valid information regarding them. And the only information he would have would be about Squid Games. And he wouldn't want to tell her about any of the games that happened, so she doesn't have to deal with that or get any traumatic experience. But I can already see how wild this story can go. By 18, she would have access to the money she won from the games when she was a baby. And perhaps after a few nonchalant behaviors and running away from home several times, Jun-ho might be forced to tell her about the games. Either that or loudmouth Mr. Choi will tell her about it. I know you can already imagine all these crazy things that can happen in season 4. Anyways guys, that's about it for this video. I had a lot to say in this video, I can't lie, but I'm ready to hear your thoughts and I'm very curious to hear what you think down below, so definitely let me know your opinions. If you don't agree, it's fine, it's okay, I won't take it to heart. And don't forget to like and subscribe once again, and I will put my recent video in the middle of the screen. It's a great video as well, so if you want to check that out, you most certainly can. But until then, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out and take care everyone. Goodbye.